Good day and welcome thine faces back to the mines that are crafted. I did not die alone in the mines. Little update for some stuff. Had to get a second chest for all the cobbled deep slate. I really don't understand how things generate right now. I ended up finding some big caves and just kind of running through them very carefully. Very carefully. And collecting bunches of resources. And dripstone. Found dripstone, another geode. Blah, 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 blah. I got a bunch of diamonds. So muchly so that I made a second diamond sword. No peaks. We'll get back to that in just a bit. And a more or less full set of armor. There's my second sword. And I am currently wearing good pants and a good shirt. It irks me that they're mixed. Like, protection is at the top for both, but then that's mending, unbreaking, and that's unbreaking, mending. Like, can we get them in a set order, please? Prioritize them. That would be wonderful. I shipped off some of the other disappointing villagers. I ended up getting a really good fisherman as far as fishermen go. This guy right here, he buys cod and salmon and cooks cod and salmon, which is probably, like, I don't need to buy a campfire from him. It's fine. Campfires are not expensive. Sells unbreaking rod. Blah. Wish that was a little bit better. But yeah, got him all the way down to where he buys oak boats for an emerald. Really, I think it's just a good way of selling fish that I catch as I farm for experience. And I got another villager librarian who sells... Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Where'd you go, friend? This guy. No? Protection? You? Smite 5, yeah. Got Smite 5 for a good medium amount of emeralds, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. He also sells blast protection, respiration. Might put that to use. He bought ink sacs and actually gave a lot of experience for leveling him up, so he got all the way up to name tag pretty easy, because squids spawn crazily. I played the enchantment whack-a-mole game on the enchanting table, got up to 30, enchanted a sword with knockback 2, and I ended up getting looting 3, knockback 2, sweeping edge 3, those 3 things. And I'm like, that's not a bad sword. Didn't have access to sharpness 5, but I figured smite's generally kind of useful. I have a few, especially with the looting. I'm like, Wither Skulls, that'll be a thing. And I decided to go with this because the big thing that I encountered while in yonder mine was I found a skeleton spawner. And I'm getting tired of playing the experience farming game. I have pretty much just played The Sims up here in this little village. I farm, I fish, I buy stuff, and that's how I've gotten to where I am now. So we're gonna start actually playing Minecraft for Minecraft. I have enough diamonds now that I have a full set of armor. I just need to get it the way that I want. I'm jumping the gun a little bit here. But we're gonna go do some stuff with that skeleton spawner. But that's 2 steps. But no, accidental click. That is 2 steps ahead of what I want to do right now. Not sure how many of those I need, but I think that'll be fine. We'll have some extra. The dripstone, I'm playing a fun little game with. This one has a water block above it, and when water goes through dripstone block into a dripstone spiky bit, stalagmite or stalactite, ever so slowly it will build new ones. So I've been breaking those off and placing new ones here, because a fun thing is if you have a lava source above one of these, it will fill a cauldron with lava, which is quite nice. I'm gonna undo that bucket. And I've been playing a little experiment here. I wanted to see, I put 1 bucket right there of lava and let it... Not sure what that was. Let it spread out. And there's a little animation that plays on these that show it still dripping. Like that's the big ones who make sense. But you see the little drip there? I'm like, will the just regular flow like that right there that you can't bucket, but will that generate lava? It's been there for a while. It looks like the answer is no. Just the one source block is creating more source blocks, and it's getting dark, so I'm gonna go take a nap. But the moral of the story is you get infinite lava now. You don't have to go farming for lava. It just takes some time. So we're gonna put that one there, that one there, and pick up this one there. We don't need lava on the ground anymore, getting in the way and potentially killing myself in it. Put that one there. Actually, I don't have a dripstone for that one, so we'll put that one there. I have not yet farmed one more dripstone pointy bit. I got a bunch of the blocks. I didn't get as much of the stones. It was a scary place, but then I'm gonna bucket my other new thing of lava and put it right there. And ta-da! Now I think it's supposed to be like once a day per 20 minutes. Not always a day because when you sleep, but over a course of 20 minutes IRL. That was not 20 minutes. You just got the source. I don't know. Maybe it's the amount of lava over the source block. Because I had a source block there and it was flowing this way. And that's slowly been filling up this one. I'm not sure how the game actually makes the calculations for such a thing. Yeah, it actually is quite confusing to me. One way or the other. Yeah. We are going to start getting obsidian. I could go down into the mine and mine some more obsidian. And I probably will, because this is going to take 5 ever for all this. But the goal now is to get to the end. Not the end, the nether. We're going to build a nether portal. Because I require glowstone. And there's 2 ways that I know of to get glowstone. I also made a minecart just so I could get down there a little bit faster. Haha! Whee! Getting up still takes a long time, but getting down a little bit faster. There is one point where I will take some suffocation damage for some reason. I don't understand exactly why, but right here, something about that hurts a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, 2 ways to get glowstone. One is to buy it from a priest. This is where I got the obsidian for my enchanting table. So this is where I'm going to come to get the obsidian for my nether portal. A priest. You need a brewing stand to get a priest. There are, for sure, in this wide world, villages that have priests. So I could go hunt for a village that has a priest, use said priest to, level them up, start buying glowstone dust, use said glowstone dust to build glowstone, and then get the coveted glowstone lantern, redstone lamp. The one that I can use redstone with. That's the one that I'm after. That is a lot of traversing the world in hoping that I find a village that I'm lucky enough to have a priest in it. Second option is make your own priest. You have to make a brewing stand, which means you need to go to the nether to get a blaze rod. It's actually kind of interesting, I think, how overpowered... There's a magma block all the way up there. I never noticed that before. I wonder if the ocean is literally right underneath that. Because there is some water dripping. I don't know. Potato. What was I saying? Words and things. I've got more obsidian than I need, but we'll go for an even 20. That one. There we go. It's like, you didn't get burned. It's kind of overpowered how finding a brewing stand in a village, when I think about it. Purely because if you didn't have it in the village, the only other way you're going to get it is if you go to the end. Not the end, the nether. Words. That's kind of a big jump. Like literally like, oh, hey, look, we're starting the game and there is this thing that I normally have to go to actual hell to be able to get. So if you don't start with a cleric, you can build a brewing stand, get yourself a cleric. And I do kind of want a cleric just to fill out my villager collection. But you still have to go to the nether to get said brewing stand. So then the third way to get glowstone in the path of all the different ways of getting glowstone, which is really 2, but I'm thinking of, permutations, is to just go mine it. You go to the nether and you mine it. So while I do not have a full set of diamond enchanted gear, I'm feeling fairly confident in my ability to stay alive, as long as we do not do big time exploration, just small time exploration. And I still have not worried too much about making anything here pretty. About the only thing that I've worried about making somewhat pretty is the farm. And I even messed that up with the 5 tile gap there. But I did bring some lanterns in. I'm not sure I'm sold on the pillar of lanterns like that with the walls, but... And I would love to get moss, because apparently pumpkins will grow on moss blocks. Put a whole bunch of moss here so we don't have these weird patches of grass and dirt from the pumpkins. And get some watermelons in there. Maybe something other than the oak fence. This looks decent as far as beautiful designs go. It's still not great, and it's the most beautiful thing that I've made. This is an ugly little contraption, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, creepers? So somewhere in a nice, a little bit removed place, so I don't have to worry about my friendly neighborhood mobs going into it, we're gonna go over here and build a portal. I think this right here will be far enough. And I am going to be bold enough, brave enough to put corners, actual obsidian corners on my portal. Scandalous, controversial, but I did it. So then I will need a flint and steel. Did not make one of those. My potatoes are all full grown. Should probably harvest those, but I'm not so much in the emerald business anymore. So, whatever. We'll keep you there. I will get one of you, and only one of you. I guess the dirt can stay there. I'm gonna take, if I have it, cobblestone? Yeah, cobblestone. Another. I'm gonna save my deep slate. I like deep slate. Cobblestone? Meh. Deep slate's nice. Do flint steel. I think I made a bunch of boats thinking that what's his butt just bought any boat. He doesn't buy just any boat. He buys just the one that is in the color. So I have to make oak boats instead of dark oak boats, but whatever. I've also got more lily pads just from all the fishing that I've been doing. I like literally sitting there listening to an audiobook and fishing in Minecraft. Like, I gotta finish these books. Listen to book, fishing for fish. 2 birds, 1 stone. We're gonna leave that there. Flint and steel. Ka-chow. Wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. Now, will this be the run ender? Right here, right now. Walk in, gassed, instantly blows me up right over huge lava lake. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, it's even worse than I expected. Soul sand, yes. I do want some of that for water elevators, so good that we come here. Look at all that lava. I hate everything about this. I hate it so very, very much. Do I even? Like, skeletons are gonna shoot me to death. There's not even any glowstone. Okay. Alright. It's fine. I don't know what that is. I mean, that looks like something you'd expect to see in a crimson forest. Oh, there's so much. Oh, look! Another fort. That's great. I love that that is there and close. And that is literally it. I hate everything else. Is that blue? Hopefully that's just stone. Yeah. I think we're going to abandon this. Assault? I don't know. I don't know. It's like if I had a potion of fire resistance, I might risk it. I think we're gonna try and find a safer spot. Oh, and it's night. Yay, lovely. We'll leave the flint and steel there. At least I got some soul sand. Yeah. Put down a few torches just along the way. I'm out of my inventory. Oh, hey, friend. I now have a Smite 5 sword. Get wrecked. Oy vey, 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 oy vey. Potato. So, the question Pause. Let's have a conversation here. So there's a few different things that I could do. I could try and find a fire resistance potion somewhere in the overworld. I'm pretty sure they come as various loot rewards in chests that you can find very rarely.
Wrong.
I can walk somewhere far away and build another portal. I actually don't want to generate too much of the world until the 20 pre-release is finally fully out. Just because there are some bugs I hear still with how terrain generates in some of the ancient ruins. Don't want to mess that up if I don't have to. Or I could try and build the skeleton farm without redstone lamps. I have one other idea. And that is my farmer sells a suspicious stew, which I believe is just a random potion effect. And I don't know much about suspicious stew. Is it always going to be the same stew? Is it a different one every time? Do we get super lucky and it's a fire resistance potion? Is this gonna just kill me? All valid questions. Let's find out. I ate the fish because I wanted to be able to fully heal in case this is just applying poison or instant harm or something like that. But now I can't eat the stew. We will take this here oak boat because I know someone that is interested in buying one of those. Okay, several sprint jumps later. Let's eat a stew. Night vision. For just a short little while. That did not last very long at all. What about you? Is it still going to be night vision? Yeah, okay. So that guy just gives me night vision. Nix that idea, not even for a very long time. You'd have to eat a lot of stew for that to be worthwhile. Bowls I'm going to use to smelt stuff. Alrighty then. Not so lucky. Even if it lasted for a short, just an itty bitty moment, I would use it to save myself if I were to fall into lava. That, however, is not an option because it doesn't give us anything for lava. All right then. Plan A, B, or back to jumping the gun. We're just going to go work on skeleton farm. I might not be able to make it very fancy. I might not be able to make it safe, but we're going to go, ouch, try and get it set up to where I can just get lots of experience real quick. I don't know what's up with tough. I've read a few things that's supposed to like lead to extra ore, but I've run into so much tough. And not a bit of it has ever led me to anything better. So I think it's just like andesite and diorite now. Which it's nice to think about how it makes the world feel a little bit more organic. It's not just stone all the way through, as I think about that in days of old. Before diorite, let's go back that far. Before diorite, when all you would run into is stone, dirt, and gravel. And the dirt and gravel was a little on the rare side. Just how inorganic that feels. Not an option for anything. Stone might as well be playing on a super flat world. So it's kind of nice that there's a little bit more variety to it. But I also just don't like how it fills up my inventory. And I always have this weird itch where it's like, okay, cobblestone is technically renewable. You can make a cobblestone generator. Tough? Tough is not renewable. So even though there's so much of it, I feel bad about throwing it away. There we go. And there's a skeleton spawner. I have not cleared out the chests. I did consolidate them. That's a bunch of flint that I mined. Apparently Fortune 3 on a diamond shovel makes it to where you only get flint. So I got lots of flint. Lucky I know a guy that would buy some. But we also got Cat, which, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's my favorite music disc. So, and then this one, I just took everything out of there. There were some bones. I took the bones, and I put the bones to use in the farm. Turned it into bone meal. We're just going to go ahead and take everything out and put it in a chest right there. I want to clear the room. Yeah. Right then, and then some of the standard skeleton spawner notions. We're going to dig down 3 blocks underneath the spawner. Maybe only 2. Let's just do 2. I don't think skeletons bonk their heads quite so bad. So we'll stick with 2. Put some torches up along the side here just to make sure nothing spawns to kill me. We'll do this, and then we want the water to flow not quite that far, so let's take a block out on each side. I just put that torch there, but whatever. Let's try that. Yeah, right there. So that's how wide we're gonna want it. We'll dig a trench right there. Then we're gonna do first. Actually, I think right there. Yes, something like that. Yes. So what I want to do is put a bubble elevator to lift the skeletons up right here for drop height. That's a good way of doing that without that water getting in the way. For one, I'm going to need kelp. It's a thing that I'm going to need to get. But yeah, I think so. If we break this block and we put soul sand right there, and then if we have water on top of that, I don't think it'll show it super well, but you can see a little bit of the bubbles. It'll make things go up. You can see right there. But it all has to be source blocks. So we need to get kelp to turn so I can get high enough up, put one thing of water down, and have it all grow into source blocks for that to work. The trick then, however, is going to be how to keep the water from flowing too far. Because if we do that, then you know the water's not pushing in here. So I'm thinking like you can use something like a fence easily enough, or a sign to keep water from going through to right there. But then they don't get pushed that one extra block, and that's going to be the tricky part. All right, so I reviewed a few internet designs because I know how to do it with people just fine, where you want to go somewhere, but like trying to force a mob into something, a little bit trickier. But it's done with a fence. I don't know if you can see it under there. We'll just block the water off real quick. But I made a cobbled deep slate fence, which is just a little bit higher than a regular block. And you drop it down one, so they get pushed over. But as soon as they hit this, it causes it to actually go up the block. No hands. Bloop. And that should get them right in range of this. So I can put some signs or some gates. I might do gates. Gates sound like they look a little bit better than signs these days. And then make a bubble column right here to get things up and over. And normally I do fall damage. Might have to play around with it a little bit to try and get the most optimal spawn rates. Like if you get too many skeletons too close to the spawner, it stops spawning. So I might want to move them away a little bit more. But I think I'm going to try dropping them through a filter, not a filter, lava blade. I wanted to say filter blade because that's a thing for Path of Exile for making real nice item filters. But a lava blade, just drop them through one quick little lava blade. Maybe set them on fire, deal a little bit of damage. As long as it doesn't kill them, maybe that'll weaken them enough, and then I won't have to build so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run home. I'm going to grab some kelp so that I can make a bubble column in a nice, appropriate manner and move on from there. All right, so just about done with this. I brought my stone cutter down and made a nice amount of the polished deep stone. Goodness gracious, for whatever reason. I haven't done the floor with it. I did the sides. I kind of figure I'll come back later and make it a little bit prettier after I get a little bit more decked out, have access to some different blocks. I kind of think doing a skeleton motif in here with some bone blocks wouldn't be horrible. Maybe some quartz. For whatever reason, it kind of reminds me of wither skeletons because of the blind textures. But this, I'm not going to go through it because it will hurt me. Once you go up the bubble column, you can't come down very well. But I got all my kelp there. I made a bubble column, goes up through the wall, has a little hairpin turn. Excuse me. Hairpin turn. Just these basically 2 blocks right there. 2 fence gates, keeping a chunk of lava. I can break that chunk of lava right there, suspended. So they should get pushed through it, caught on fire, drop down right there. And hopefully not kill them. And I can stand right here and chop at their ankles and get loot and experience and all sorts of fun stuff. So the last little bit that I want to do, I have some glass from the trades that I've done with the villagers. And I kind of want to, I don't want to do this whole thing in glass. So I think maybe like I'll put up some walls right here. And And maybe another chunk right there. Should do just a different style. What all do I got? Deep slate tiles? Or bricks? The tiles are the one that look like the warden, so I don't think I'll do that. But maybe just to mix things up a little bit, put some tile in right there. I made some extra, whatever. And then glass it up. Yeah, we'll do that one right there. I'm gonna need to get in there. I'm gonna need to put down water. And then we'll just see how well I have planned this. So we're gonna do one there and one there to make some source blocks. Boop. The answer is I did it just fine. Get out. You go for a swim. Do you mind? He is set upon. There we go. All of his items got toasted by the lava. I heard him. But yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Okay. Break that torch. Break that torch. Get out. And oddly enough, skeletons can't really see through glass. At least they shouldn't. Friend? Come on. I mean, the spawn rates aren't quite what I was hoping for. I don't know if it's just too bright right there or what. Yeah, that guy got up. Well, that didn't exactly work like I wanted it to. Might have to get rid of the lava blade. Friend? So, yeah, I don't know if it's just too bright right through here. Try and dim it out a little bit. I don't want things spawning this side. Let's see. I know you can't see it from the webcam, but I'm gonna check the light levels. Right here, I have 5, 6, 5, 4. So nothing should spawn it right here, but hopefully it's dark enough in there that they just have a nice steady supply. But yeah, it kind of sounds like they're just getting hung up on the lava getting cooked. So I might just have to pull that out. Also, they aren't exactly, at least one of them is getting stuck there. Hey, I've got an item farm at the very least. Yeah, they're getting pretty stuck. Well, it was an idea. No. There we go. Slap that there. See what happens. There seems to just always be one just stuck right there. As soon as another one shows up, he gets pushed in. Which isn't ideal, but I can handle it. And I've heard him landing. Question is this out of spawn range? Nope. Another one. And we'll just head over here and whack. All right. All right. Bones galore. Spawner get. Might still just be a little too bright right there for the optimal spawning. I don't know what all I might do to improve spawn rates. Maybe that is in the way. They need a 3 tall. Skeletons need 3 tall. Maybe something I should look into. But yeah, overall, there we go. 1 skeleton at a time. But now I've got lots of bone meal. Bone meal will not be a problem. Can I make bone blocks out of bones? Does it have to be bone meal? Looks like maybe bone meal. Yeah, there we go. So, maybe I can find some way to incorporate this to a nice artsy design. Maybe. So what I want to do is I want to do a roof with redstone lamps. So if I need to get in there or turn this thing off, I flip a switch. It lights up, skeletons stop spawning. But that's a different issue. I wish they didn't get hung up there quite so bad, but maybe I do need to get it further away. I mean, I know overall there's an entity limit. I'm pretty sure I've only got like 3 skeletons in here. This is not entity limit. What do I need to do to make you spawn faster? And I did build the top of this out of slabs. The roof right up there, that's slabs, so nothing should spawn on top of that. It's just half of a half slab. But there we go. There we go. Overall, pretty happy with it for a nice little rush job. But yeah, I think I'll just kind of camp out here for a little bit. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hollow out this side, and I'm going to build a little underwater pond. I don't have my rod on me, but I'm pretty sure I can still fish underwater. So what I would do is I'd stand here, fish for experience, and let skeletons spawn. And then every so often, when I get tired of fishing, just go chop, chop, and get levels. Yeah. Hopefully, it'll put me a little bit up less on the bind all the way to 30, so that I might just finish off them enchantments. Actually, I'm not sure if I even need to get all the way to 20. I do want to hit my helmet and boots on the enchanting table just so I have the chance of getting like Depth Strider, Aqua Affinity, Respiration of a decently high level. That's the reason I've kind of saved them until last. But I have the books that I can just outright buy for the most protected armor that I need. So, I don't know. I still need to figure out what to do with the nether overall. The nether is still kind of a scary topic, but that'll be for next episode. Call this one here. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. And I will catch him in the next episode. Outro!